Welcome back guys to another GTA video, and in today's one we are on to mission number 4 in the Operation Paper Trail career progress, and it is Asset Seizure. Now the ultimate end goal of this mission is to find a van that is driving around Los Santos and get it delivered to a specific location just off of Route 68. The van's exact location has actually been hidden by signal jammers dotted around the city, and the intended way to complete this mission is by taking out all the signal jammers to reveal the exact location. As you saw there from the map view that I just had up, there is a large yellow circle, and that is the general area where the van can be found. So rather than driving around the city to each of the 5 signal jammers and taking them out, as well as all the multiple enemies and the attack buzzards that are going to spawn in at those locations, I am instead just going to follow this yellow dot around the map until I find the van. And as you can see from this map view, the big yellow dot is moving as the van moves around the city, so you can generally track the whereabouts of the van. And unfortunately I was too busy concentrating on the map that I actually passed the van there, if the more eagle-eyed of you actually spotted it, and I think it did actually take the motorway route, but we are following the general direction of where the yellow dot actually goes. And it is around about this point that I get the feeling that it is going down the motorway, so I do a double back and go all the way to the end of this road to make sure it's not going through Mirror Park and down to El Burro Heights on this road here. But I know that at the end of this road it does meet up with the highway, so I can intercept at the highway further down here. As for the van itself, it can be a couple of different types of van. It can be this one here that we're just about to pass on the left, which is a Vapid Speedo van, or it can indeed be a blue and white post-op van. Ideally you do want the Vapid Speedo and not the post-op, because this one is a damn sight quicker than that big boxed post-op van. So a lot of traffic round about. I'm not wanting to scare them too much, so one quick shot to take the driver out, let all this traffic clear out, because I will just take damage if I try to jump into the road at this point. So once all the traffic's cleared, I can then jump in the van and get up to the yellow dot. That does sound easy enough, but the mercenaries that are after you are just relentless. They will come at you with big jeeps and also attack helicopters. So you do want to get off-road as quickly as you can, and I quickly realise that I actually missed the turning there. I am heading as quick as I can onto the train tracks. You do want to keep this off-road as much as possible, and if you do pick up the van on the right hand side of the map, you want to try and follow the train tracks here. And yeah, they did follow me initially onto the train tracks here, but they will quickly jump off onto the road and they will remain on the road. So you can follow the train tracks all the way along to Sandy, and this is where I made a slight error, you could say. I knew that coming along Sandy here would be the more difficult part, because the train tracks are so close to the road and they crossed over the road at several points, but I wasn't expecting to be flipped like that, and that was my downfall. Unfortunately it took so many hits here. You can see my health bars all the way down the red. I've not used any snacks or armour yet though, and I have managed to get myself back onto the train tracks and make it all the way along to this point here, and this is where I jump off and start to go off-road, heading on a direct line to the yellow dot. And the enemies do start to back off once you get to a certain range within the drop-off location. But there we are, mission passed, and I'm only expecting 2 of the rewards here, so go in and check, and we do get the hard mode. We don't get the 50% damage though, but we do get the 80% accuracy. So once again I do jump back in and use the same method, following the big yellow dot around the city until I actually track down the van, and once again we get the Vapid Speedo van. I was hanging about there just to see if it, hoping that it would turn left, but it didn't. It turned right into the city, so I want to take it out as quickly as I can before it gets any further into the city. And because we're on the left hand side of the map this time, I am going to take it up and along the beach as far as we can. I do manage to get it as far as the Chumash bunker, and at that point it's up and back onto the road just for a short spell. And at this point here, I'm once again going off the road. I'm going to take it up and over the hills as far as I can get it. I managed to cut off quite a chunk of that drive there by coming across the hills, and we land just right on Route 68. So just a short distance to drive until we get to the yellow marker, and that there gets us the 50% health award. We get the pop up there confirming that, and we'll just take a quick look in at the progress so far, and there we have it. We only have one left to do on the hard mode, one left to do on the 50%, but we do have the 80% accuracy on the last two missions. But that is it from me for today, guys. If you did enjoy the video or did find it useful, do leave a like, and if you are new here, why not consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.